I know you brought up the second or easiest path to you would be Aaron Rodgers going through the NFC North. Do you think in Chicago that they're closer to a rebuild, or do you think Justin Fields is just going to cure all woes and Matt Nagy's going to go back to being a genius?
Well, if Nagy blows this one, he may or may not make it to Christmas this year. So we'll see if he really screws this one up. Yeah, they're an interesting team because the Lions stink. I think the Vikings are mediocre at best. I think they're a mess. I think in the COVID age, when you have guys, including the quarterback of the team, being like, I don't want to take that's going to be a rift. It's, that was a big talking point. What was that, 5 years or so ago when Colin Kaepernick took the knee and this is going to divide the locker room and all that kind of stuff. You think guys bringing COVID in there, if the guys start testing positive, that's going to be a rift too. I think that has a real – Mike Zimmer is talking stuff about that he doesn't like Kirk Cousins not doing it. If the head coach and quarterback not getting along is not a great thing for them. So the Vikings might not be good. I think the Packers are going to be really good. In a mediocre NFC, like I say, I think Justin Fields has a real chance to be Rookie of the Year. So I guess I'll give a limited amount of optimism that they'll be okay this year, that they won't have to rebuild. But if things get sideways, man, that'll be it for Nagy.
Dave, before we let you go, and you were just talking about Justin Fields, and I think Justin Fields is going to have a sensational year. Your thoughts of this year's quarterback class? Now, a lot of people, we heard Chris Sims, he thinks Zach Wilson far and along is the best quarterback in this class. What has stood out to you so far this preseason, and who do you think, out of all these quarterbacks, where everybody thinks that this could be a very good, talented quarterback class, who sticks out to you, and who do you think is going to be the best quarterback in this class, in your views?
I fancy myself a semi-pro QB whisperer. I won't say, I'm not the greatest at it, but I'm pretty good at predicting these things. I'm going to say Trey Lance ultimately is the best. Herb has already shown in a couple of stops that even if things are going well from the outside, that, he's too hardcore. It's not going to get better in the NFL than what it was at Ohio State or otherwise. So I don't know about Trevor Lawrence's situation. I like, in the short term Fields, but I think over the long haul, Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, it feels like they've got something rolling now in the way they approach things that has a sort of stability to it. And Shanahan works wonders with QBs wherever he goes. So this uber talented kid, I figure, is going to end up being a star as things go along. Well, but I also, the other thing is to keep in mind when people wring their hands about what are we going to do at quarterback? Our guy's retiring or he left as a free agent. Every spring, there are 2 to 5 guys in the college pipeline. That it is not 2010 anymore. There are always good quarterbacks to draft, and there's some viable options on the waiver wire at all times. Look right now at the guys who you might be able to deal for. Cam Newton, you could maybe go and get. You could go and get maybe Jimmy G right now. Those are just 2 off the top of my head. And Deshaun Watson figures to be in the mix at some point in the next year, 2 years, something like that. Another guy you can go get. Point is, you don't have to stress about it, everybody. There are good quarterbacks coming every year. That's my takeaway is every year it's like, this quarterback's got a chance to be special. We say that about every kid every year. There's always like 1 to, like I say, 4 guys in the draft. It's like, this guy, now he might be really good.
I think Russell Wilson will be available too, one way or another.
I think
in Seattle too.
So yep, I agree with you.
I think, and I don't like this quarterback class coming out. Everybody knows about what I think about the Oklahoma quarterback coming out this year. I think he's just a obnoxious you-know-what. So I'm not rooting for him. And when I do go to the draft and I plan to interview him, I'll give him my own thoughts of what I think of him as a person. Maybe not as a talent, but
good thing he gets to avoid SEC defenses until 4 years later.
Well, that could be a real culture shock down there at Oklahoma because they've never had a real cocky quarter. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, he's in Cleveland now.
That's right. That's right. Well, he's not as bad as this kid. I mean, watching QB1 on Netflix, No, Baker is nothing compared to this kid. You have no idea what
Oh
you're
no,
talking
I
about.
said why the Baker hate?
Well,
Baker was fun.
no, Baker was not fine. Running around naked when getting drunk during parties and hanging out at hot tubs
normal
and
college
jacuzzis.
stuff.
Normal college stuff, running around naked around the all over the place while people are watching.
Normal college
sticking his flag in the middle of the field, pissing off people. Yeah, that's great, Baker. You're a smart guy.
They should have shook his hand.
Yeah, well, good. You could shake his hand.
I will absolutely shake his hand.
I think you know what you need to do. I think you need to write to Baker Mayfield and ask for an autograph because you need it. Because
I definitely do need it.
You're the only person in the whole wide world a couple of years ago thought that Baker Mayfield was the second best quarterback in
That's
last
not
year's
what I
class.
said.
Yes, she did.
I projected him to end that season as the second
And
best
you thought
quarterback.
Lamar Jackson was going to be the worst, and he wins the MVP.
He's still not a great quarterback.
Okay, whatever you say. Okay. Anyways, Dave, thank you for joining us. We would love to get you on sometime in the middle of the season. You give us some good insight of what's going on in the NFL. We know your Pittsburgh Steelers are not something for you to be happy about this year, but I still think Pittsburgh could be a dangerous team if Harris could turn out to be the player that a lot of people think he's going to be. And I think Najee Harris is a beast. And I really believe he's going to be beasting. He is a better version, I think, in the future of Derrick Henry. So if Derrick Henry looks as good as he does, Najee Harris has better numbers than Derrick Henry did his last 2 seasons with Alabama. So
I think the thing that if the Steelers are a little bit better than we expect, the defense will tune it up. They won't have a massive loss. The secondary cannot afford a single loss personnel-wise. But if that front seven, even without Bud Dupree, is mighty.
I like them too.
I mean, that could swing things in an all-offense league if they really do what they usually do, which is really harass and harangue QBs. You think Bake wants that? He doesn't.
No, they got weapons. As far as offensively, they got a running back, and they have very good wide receivers. And they brought back a wide receiver on a cheap contract, 1-year deal, who
that was good too.
Yeah, where everybody was saying, oh, he's going to go here, he's going to go there, he's going to get 50, 60, 70, $80 million. Instead, he gets like, what, $5 million from the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Oh, even less than that,
yeah,
I think.
So,
but let's just hope that this season ends to make things right in the world, not just for Steelers fans, but for football fans, for sports fans. It ain't right for the Browns to beat the Steelers. Let's all hope this season ends with TJ Watt chasing a naked Baker Mayfield off the field forever.
Well, I'll tell you who will chase Baker Mayfield naked, and the guy right standing over here with losing his hair, and that's Tyler,
Wait a minute.
a.k.a. Meatball
I never
Harris.
said
That's because
chasing
they're in
naked.
love.
Now, what happens if Odell is involved in the picture, too? Would he turn around?
Oh, you kidding me? He'd run after him, too. He'd run after both of them. He might even give him something else. Who knows?
Dave, I got to deal with these idiots all day. All day.
Dave, thank you
Thoughts
for
and
joining
prayers.
us. By the way, tell the fans how they can find you on social media.
At Dameshek, Dameshek is how you do it. D Dameshek on Instagram. Dameshek, the last name, on Twitter. Track me down. -3, extra points. Good times. Thanks, fellas.
Absolutely. Dave, you're awesome, and we'd love to get you on again as the season progresses.
I'll think about it after we'll see what the Islanders do in free agency.
Stop. Don't even mention
Come on,
that
Dave.
garbage can of an organization here.
Garbage can of an organization.
Please.
They
play in front of mops.
2 times the Eastern
They play in
Conference
front of mops
Championship.
and Zambonis.
Add
That's it.
Tarasenko, add Zach Parise.
You go to a
bring in
Stanley Cup
Palmieri.
yet?
What are you talking about?
Who's the last team in New York to go to a Stanley Cup?
Yeah, and who's the last team that losing a Stanley Cup?
Who's the last team to win a Stanley Cup
Really?
in New York?
Really? You think the
Thank
Rangers
you.
are talented?
Thank you.
You know what it is?
Thank
you.
you.
Can't
Thank
even,
you.
can't even name the
Devils.
first 2 lines for the Rangers.
Devils don't play in New
This is
York,
a
and the
Ranger
Rangers
fan.
did
You're
afterwards.
both fighting in the tri-state. You guys are both
Dave.
fighting for second place behind the pathetic New Jersey Devils. And at least we're not Flyers fans. We can agree on that. But the
Well,
Rangers
the Flyers
have
are going to be
never-
nice, though. The
The
Flyers are
Rangers
going to be
They've
very good.
rarely, the Rangers
Rangers
have
stink.
rarely caused me much pain.
Yeah, the Rangers stink.
I pat the Rangers on the head. You know, at least the Islanders have hurt my feelings
Yeah.
on more than one occasion.
I would pat them on the head too, because the Ranger fans, they have their head so far up their tuchus that they
What?
think tuchus is. Yeah.
I don't know what that
butts,
means.
you know? It's,
No, but that
A
you
tuchus?
said
You
it.
don't
For me.
know what tuchus?
No, I know what a tuchus is. I don't know what Errol Marks just tried to say.
Well, maybe you should grow some hair. Maybe that will help.
I mean, that's fine. I
Maybe that
still
will
won't
help
hear
you.
you any
See,
better.
Dave, I think you have more hair than he does, and he's a lot younger than you.
Look at this glorious mane.
Oh, no, that's definitely a lot more hair.
I didn't want to taunt you with it, but
No, you shouldn't. That makes me very upset.
You're
very
going to taunt
upset.
us soon because I can't imagine the blue shirts can blow what they got. They're so loaded up for the next few years. They should be a contender in these next few years.
Best player, best goalie, best young defenseman.
They
We're
don't
fine.
have the best young goaltender. Sorokin's better than Sorokin, so you don't know what you're talking about. You talk.
You
out
said
of
the
your,
same guy's name twice.
You talk out of your rear
Can you
ends.
play that
You
back?
have
He said
absolutely
the same guy's
And
name
they don't
twice.
have the best
Dave,
play.
he
They don't
knows-
have the best player.
Who's got the best
Alabama,
player?
Best player.
Definitely
Panarin's the
In the
best player in New
NHL?
York.
Panarin is voted the second most hated player in the NHL.
What the hell does that
Redman
mean?
is awesome, but come on, the best
Guy
player.
can't stay healthy either.
The best player in New York? Is
in New York.
Yes.
Well, okay. Well, that's
Wait
setting
a
the
second.
bar off
What
way
makes
low.
him
What
so
are we
much
talking
better
about?
than Matthew Barzal? Barzal is a different type
Stop
of
it.
player. Well, stop
Oh,
it
the
once.
bread man's better than
Thank you.
than Barzell.
That's not even a debate to be had. They're not even the same
Dude,
tier
you
of player.
don't even know what you're
Like,
talking
They're not
about.
even the
Alec
same
might be the
tier.
correct answer.
Barzell's
you're
closer
the-
to Adam Fox
Listen,
than the bread man.
this guy
Or Adam
opens.
Fox,
You want to
right,
know
Adam
something,
Fox.
Dave? Before we let you go, this guy. I was out last week. This guy barely even speaks. Now all
I
of a
don't
sudden
speak.
he doesn't shut up. Okay, and that guy has absolutely no idea. Every year he thinks the Rangers are a good team. They stink.
I didn't say that.
They
I said they
stink.
have a phenomenal
and they're
front
better
six.
than they're better than the Islanders, which they're not. All around, they're not even close to the Islanders, and everybody knows that. So
Hey,
that just shows
I
you.
got a special request.
Go ahead.
You got to get my producer,
Absolutely.
and he's a talker too. You got to get my guy Eddie Spaghetti on your show. You
Absolutely.
guys will all fall very much in love.
Hook us up.
He's a Rangers, Yankees, Giants, Knickerbockers guy through and through.
Oh,
you guys
he's more than
you guys will get on famously.
Hook us up, man. I would love to get him on. Speedy
You'll
will
enjoy it.
definitely hook us up on that one. So, Dave, reach out to Dave, and he'll hook us up, and we'll get him on. Maybe we'll get both of you on. That would be
yeah.
even funnier. That would definitely be fun. Pittsburgh and the Rangers.
Oh no, he's very upset. Every -3 episode revolves around me berating the Yankees and their fans for acting like I don't know.
Can
this
you
year,
give me an
dude.
Aaron Boone's
Are we
an awful
buyers?
manager?
Are we buyers at the trade deadline? I don't know. We might have to be sellers this year. Like you're the Yankees, of course. You're just, spoiler alert. You're just gonna take out. You're gonna pillage all the sad sack teams' village, and you're gonna take their assets, and you're gonna go make the postseason again. And you're going to act like it's a big surprise. And
Well, you
everybody's
you can't really take shots at the Yankees for what they have
Yes,
done.
I can.
Because
Yes, I can.
because what they did is they traded away pieces that are probably not going to be anything. They bring in Joey Gallo, they bring in obviously Rizzo, and they've completely changed the way their team has played in the beginning of the season. And this guy over here taking shots at Brian Castro. Oh, we need to get rid of him.
We needed pitching.
Okay, pitching. Yeah. Oh,
Which
and
is,
then,
by the way, why they're
way,
winning games now.
by
Their
the-
pitching staff learned how to pitch.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Their pitching staff right now is ranked 5th in ERA in all of baseball. Oh, they need pitching. Oh my God, man.
They did need pitching.
You know what you need to do? You need
When
to.
the Dodgers win a World Series,
Yeah.
you'll regret it.
Okay, the Dodgers win the World Series. How much you want to bet the Dodgers don't win the World Series?
We already have a bet for that.
No, we don't.
Yes, we
Not
do.
with the Dodgers.
Yes, we do.
No,
I
we
bet
don't.
$100 the Dodgers win a World
Was it
Series.
the Dodgers?
Yes.
Was
Yes,
it the
it was
Dodgers?
the Dodgers.
Well, good. I'm going to win a nice $100. So there you go.
You ain't winning nothing.
Dave, thank you for calling. Thank you for joining us.
Take care, fellas. Thanks.